I just beat the former Minecraft world record holder in a speedrun race. Yes! I was queuing up for MCSR Ranked, which I have a whole video dedicated to explaining this amazing new Minecraft mod for speedrunning. During this, I ran into Doogile, dude, who held the Minecraft world record with an 8-minute 15-second time until Xylinox just beat it recently with a 7-minute 45-second time. This was such a close race, and huge shout out to Doogile as well for being a good sport and cool with me making a video about our run against each other. Want to see how I beat a former world record holder? Let's jump into it. Okay, we are 6-5 right now. Did you think we'd be 6-5 when I started 0-3? Who is this guy? The no-calc warlord. Dude! Alright, yo everyone, what's going on? Voiceover Couriway here to talk about this amazing race, try and provide more context for everything that was going on. So this is going to be a little bit of an old school style video for people who are interested in that kind of stuff. Again, before we get into it here, you can see me and Doogile just talking in chat, bantering. He's a great guy, he's a great runner. None of this was like serious. I had no expectations to even be close in this entire thing, but I feel like I played really well. And that was nice that I actually had a chance to win and actually was able to win. And again, huge shout out to Doog for actually being cool and kind and allowing me to post this on YouTube and show you guys this awesome race that we had. So this is a buried treasure seed. I look for the 9-9 coordinate in the chunk that I locate the buried treasure in. There's a whole bunch of crazy map list stuff that you may have seen me do before, but if not, it's just basically I'm looking at a pie chart looking for where I can find a buried treasure, and if there is one. And with ranked seeds, you kind of know very early on the seed type it is, whether it's a temple seed or a ruined portal or buried treasure or ship. So I knew pretty much right off the bat that I was looking for a buried treasure, and here we are. I was able to get a TNT, which was awesome. Able to blow that up, get all the blocks that I need for pretty much the rest of the run along with the wood, and then I just decide to mine down here, grab some stone for stone axe and stone shovel instead of going with wood tools. And I think that's debatable. I think just I like to play for consistency more in runs rather than high rolling and dealing with like switching out an iron axe later and iron shovel and all that stuff. So I just make it instantly, and I am just heading for a ravine. I see some kelp in the back. You can see on the top of my screen I saw some kelp. So I'm hoping that one of these ravines is real. The nice thing about a spawn like this is that because there was no ocean, like it wasn't an island spawn, it was coast spawn, there's basically only one way I can go to try and find the magma ravine in ranked. So you're always guaranteed one. I think it's usually like 6 to 10 chunks away. So I knew the direction that I kind of had to go, and it was literally only one direction, so I ran right into it. Then using the 1 gravel I got from the buried treasure, I'm able to enter the Nether here pretty fast and actually enter the Nether faster than Doogile, which is really great. I need to be ahead most of this race because I, in MCSR rank, do not use a calculator. I don't use a Ninja Brain bot, which is the main calculator used for Minecraft speedrunning. And if you're totally unfamiliar with that, basically all it is it's a program that allows you to find the coordinates of the stronghold much, much easier. Right now, I'm in the Nether. I'm looking for the bastion, so we don't worry about the calculator until much, much later in the run, but it's nice for me to have a head start because other runners, I think 90% of the runners, if not more, use a calculator in their speedruns. I don't know of anyone in the top 50 besides me that uses no calculator. So it's something that I take a little bit of pride in. I don't like that it's an external tool, so being as ahead as possible early on in the race is really important. So when I lose time later, it's not completely unwinnable, right? So we're in the bastion, we're doing a manhunt route in housing, and unfortunately I didn't see that many pigs, so I punched one more pig in the hopes to aggravate a little bit more throughout the bastion. And then we're going to be doing a standard route here as Doogile is just entering the bastion. He breaks the chest as well in the middle, is doing the same exact route as me. If you're wondering how I know that, it's because he got the Ice Bucket Challenge achievement without getting the War Pigs achievement, which is Ice Bucket Challenge is obsidian and War Pigs is looting a bastion chest. But if you break a bastion chest, it doesn't count as War Pigs, so you have to actually open it. So he's doing the same exact route as me. So I'm about 20-ish seconds ahead here, which is pretty nice. And then I'm trading with all my piglins. Housing, manhunt housing is a very standard route. And then I'm kind of just hoping for pigs. I place a gravel so the items all flow up to me. Check in this chest for obsidian, arrows, string, whatever I could use, and do a little bit of inventory management as well, because my inventory is a bit of a mess. Now, usually in ranked, you want to play for 20 obsidian because it allows you to do double travel, which is much more consistent. I have 21 obsidian. I have 15 pearls, which isn't great, but I have a ton of string and a ton of fire res, and I have everything else that I could possibly need. So we are heading to the fortress now, or I'm going to try and find the fortress. The fortress is always within about 15 chunks of the bastion in ranked. This one is actually closer, and I'm just pinpointing the direction using the pie chart. You see that blue come up, that means there's a mob spawner. And in ranked, the great thing you may know from my other runs just doing no reset or anything, that there's usually like a 20% chance that mob spawner is a treasure bastion, but in ranked, that is just something you do not have to worry about at all, which is really, really awesome. So I think about pearling here, but then I remember that I only have 15 pearls, which is not that much in ranked. So I know that this pearl isn't going to give me that much value because I know the terrain here isn't great. So I'm just going to hold on to the pearl for now and maybe throw it later if I see a more valuable spot for it. But because, again, I might use them later going to terrain for the second portal or might want them for the end. But I throw a very haphazard pearl here because of these two hoglins. I couldn't get like a great angle on it, and I was kind of rushing because I was like, okay, obviously, you know, Doogile is incredibly fast. I wanted to try and get to the fortress first. So I throw a very rough pearl here, and it was probably the biggest misplay of this entire run for me. If I took about 2-3 more seconds to really line up my pearl throw, I could have saved all of this time digging up to, or not digging up, but swimming up through this lava to get back to this terrain. But then I throw a really nice recovery pearl to get on top of this fortress, and I see the mob spawner instantly. You might be wondering, why am I not using 5RD? It's just kind of because I didn't know where that pearl was going at first. I'm going to turn my 5RD down now. It's a little bit later than you'd normally like. And for anyone unfamiliar, basically what turning my render down to 5 does is it loads a little bit more mobs in a Soul Sand Valley or in a warped forest. So that was kind of what I was trying to do here, load some more mobs, and it worked out really well. You can see there's a bunch of mobs, wither skeletons, blazes that I all want. I also go 3 for 3 on my blazes so far, which is great, and I have some awesome stray blazes right here. So I kill them, and they all end up dropping, which is absolutely insane blaze rod rates. But the thing to note in ranked is that blaze rod rates in ranked are all even. So what I mean by that is Doogile will end up getting the same blaze rod rates as me. He will get the same piglin trades that I got when I got only 15 pearls. That means he only got 15 pearls as well. We're both going to have the same, you know, if this was a village seed, the same iron golem, the same flint rate, stuff like that. Now we're at the point where I was talking about before with Ninja Brain Bot. That is something that I do not use. So it was something that I was a little bit worried about here. So I throw my first eye. The measurement of triangulation I do is called axis. You can see right here, I'm focused on the coordinate that said -118.3. And then I'm going to go to a specific spot on the other side of the chunk border and throw another eye. And this eye throw tells me that the angle is now -109, which is a 9-degree angle change, which in speedrunning is absolutely massive. Normally it's somewhere between like 0.5 to 2. Anything above 2 is really good. The distance is very close. And it being 9 means it's only about 100 blocks away. You can see in my face, I look very confused as this is happening because I'm like, what is going on? How is this stronghold so close? So I'm looking for it, and I see it exposed on the other side of this island here. And now what I really want to find, obviously, is the portal room. So do I see the portal room exposed anywhere? That's what I'm looking for. And unfortunately, I do not see it. So it is nice that the stronghold is right here, obviously. That's great. I am going to be entering the stronghold before Doogile, but I need to still find the portal room. And I would say, looking back at this run, I think it's always important, even when you're proud of a run, to look at it and see what you could have done better. I think I was a little bit too slow navigating the stronghold backwards, and I should have not focused as much on like, okay, where could the portal room be? And I should have just focused on navving back to the front of the stronghold a little bit faster. I also got tied up with this zombie here, which isn't fast either. I have to mine this door, and this finally brings me back to the starter room of the stronghold, where I can do a strategy called preemptive and hope to find the portal room. Now at this point, Doogile has actually just entered the end faster than me. I'm assuming, I actually haven't talked to him about this, but I'm assuming it's because he just navved back faster than me because I was still able to enter the stronghold first, but I was, again, too slow. So I'm looking for the portal room. I know the general direction of it because of preemptive, and I find the portal room, which is awesome. So I'm going to be entering the end here. Only about 10 to 15 seconds slower than Doogile, if even that. And now I'm in the end at 8:35, which is just awesome. The cool thing to note too is that this is all timed with real time because ranked is a server. So my actual like speedrun time, if this was a real run that was like a leaderboard verified run, would probably be about 20 to 30 seconds slower than this, or faster than this, excuse me, as well, which would have been really crazy to think about. But again, I'm really happy with how I played this run. And now it is pretty much all down to the dragon perch. Neither of us can go for zero cycle because we just don't have the pearls useful for it, because zero cycle is a strategy which is a little bit faster, but we weren't able to do it because we needed pearls to get up to the obsidian towers, and we didn't have that. But what we do have, at least for me, is a crazy fast dragon perch. So fast that I even wasn't able to put my stuff in my hotbar for the one cycle, the extra glowstone anchors I had. So check out this crazy inventory management and enjoy the one cycle. Bro! Holy moly. Holy freaking moly, man. Sub 10 no calc. That's insane, man. By the way, like, I love Doogile. Like, I absolutely love Doogile. I freaking love Doog. I consider Doog, like, a top 3 runner. Like, easily. Doog is crazy. I might make that a YouTube video. If Doog's okay with it, I will.